Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gators will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Auburn Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Oh, he's got a chance. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on third down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. He's looking downfield to throw. Dances away. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash.
Good D, good D.
The uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different thing.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this lineman.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's Pitts. Gets it out quickly. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Handoff from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Dances away from one. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A 1st down run in the red zone.
Why would you still hit him?
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the move from inside his 5. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there, and it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, baby.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. They just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Gators have this offense rolling. They move the tight end all over. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Motion from the offense. Now he's looking to throw it. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over San Diego State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Oh, look out. There he goes. At the 20. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted, one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point.
Get outside, fuck!
Opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did such a good job keeping them in the game early. Now, holding down their end. Now get the offense rolling, put up some points on the scoreboard, and then you can
Bet
really
money,
get dangerous
hold
in this
it.
ball game.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's out past the 35. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of
playing
emotion.
Auburn and
no
fucking
surprise, we saw just
EA.
that in the first half today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Handoff to the single running back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Gators want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
He looks that one in nicely. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
To the air, it's Pitts. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, but because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. They'll immediately call timeout. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Working that left side now. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I'll tell you what, as that ball started to get towards the sideline and they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary is going to be much more involved in getting the quarterback to the line.
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And he makes the catch. It's a deuce. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Looking to throw, it's Pitts. Got his man on the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Honestly, it just looks like the defense has better players on the field, and that's really demonstrated itself throughout the course of the game. They've got more speed. They've been able to shut this offense down in every possible way, and even on that last one, not letting them get out of bounds. You got to be impressed with what you've seen by this defense.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. At midfield, he's got room. Off he goes. 10. And the
Let's go.
defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way.
Fuck y'all motherfuckers trying to cheat.
Touchdown, Gators. And the extra point was good, and we are
Stay
all
on some
tied
fucking
up in the
bullshit.
fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this
Nah,
game.
there's a difference.
The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Well, according to you, it's supposed to happen for them and not for me.
First one of the game. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Shows him the stiff arm.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The right play here is try to win it in regulation. Don't be too conservative. Looking to scramble. He'll let
What are you
it go
doing?
on the right side. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie
Oh
game.
my god.
The pressure was
Wide
rising,
fucking open.
drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so... He's got to be able to handle this
Yeah.
situation.
I make that pass a million
Obviously,
fucking times. That shit's a bad
everything has
pass.
to happen a split second sooner.
I must have been a ring.
You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Got out of trouble and throws. Zings it complete to the right. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. with the first down. They'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge game down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains,
best game. They won.
And continue to move the sticks.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And the line of scrimmage is the 30. That'll leave them a 47-yard attempt and a chance to win the game. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And the line of scrimmage is the 30. That'll leave them a 47-yard attempt and a chance to win the game. It's good! Reach for Marwood, and he gives them the W. And now they regain the lead. They say every game counts.